Today I have some fabric. It's not a lot of fabric, but I did need one thing in here for an order. So if you want to see what I have in the little package, join me for a few minutes. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm glad you're here today. Whether you are a new viewer or you are a returning viewer, I appreciate the time any of you take out of your day to spend it with me. Now, No. Okay. Apparently I have some technical difficulties going on with my computer right now. All that aside, I have fabric. Now, to be fair, this was supposed to be for an order. Well, when I was doing the order, I realized I did need a couple things. Well, let me. Y'all hear them birds? They're so pretty. Let me say that I planned on getting 2 of them. Oh, okay. Ooh, I forgot about I ordered that one. Okay. So, well, where's the one that Alright, well, I guess I took that off the order. Because I was planning on getting some muslin. Okay, but I guess I took that off the order. Alright, so let me make sure. Okay. So, let's get going. Alright. This one right here. Okay. This is a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be because it looked like a super bright, not quite a neon, but definitely pinker than pink. It honestly looked like that pink of my strawberry Starburst sparkling ice. Not that I can't use this, but do you see the hearts are very prominent in this? In the image, they blended in more with the background fabric of the fabric. Alright, I mean, I can use it. It wasn't what I wanted in the project that I had in mind for it, the color to go with it. Didn't quite. That's not going to quite work. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. It might just be part of a quilt then. But see, I don't have any. Alright. Now I don't. I'll have to back up and punt on that one, okay? That's okay. You know what? That's the problem with going and doing things on your computer, because you don't know if it's their computer that looks different or your screen. You know, we just don't know. Okay? We don't know. But now this one right here was for an order. Because I told y'all that I had enough. Well, I have an order that I didn't have enough for. So, Miss June, if you are ready, you let me know. And we can get this going. Because remember I said that it would be in the 20th. So it did come in yesterday. So I have it. And now that I have it, we are good to go. Sorry, that sounded like I heard an elephant running through my house, and I'm the only one awake. My husband is still asleep because it's still early. But Maya and the kittens may be playing. Okay. Oh my. Okay. Remember when I said that they had this one and that they had a blue version? Look! Alright. I loved this. I really, I did. I do. I love this one. But this one might be my favorite. Look. Just the dimensions. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, granted, they have some blue on some of these daisies. That's not really realistic. But these have pink on their daisies. So, oh God. You know what now? I wish they had purple back. Maya, is that you in there running around crazy? She's fine. She just went out before I started filming, so it's not like she needs me, but she's probably just, oh gosh. Alright, so, which one's your favorite? It's okay if you have a different favorite than mine. I mean, I'm not a huge pink girl, but I fell in love with them pink daisies. Now this, Cheryl Lee, I'm throwing another one at you. This wasn't necessarily for Cheryl Lee, but you know, when I was looking for my butterfly fabrics, I realized I didn't have as many as I thought I had. And I saw this, and I did forget that I ordered this. But I'm like, oh, look at those beautiful butterflies. Oh my gosh. And with this many butterflies, or this many colors, I can do so many different base colors for this. Ooh, look at that tealy green one. Ooh, that's got some emerald tones in that butterfly. Okay, so I have plenty for both of these. Girl, you was expensive. Maybe that's why I forgot that I bought it, because I might have changed the muslin out for this and then thought, eeks! Because I really thought that I had bought muslin. So apparently I changed the muslin out for this, which this is way more expensive than muslin, but it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I love those butterflies. And you know what? Since my, there we go. Since my keychains are basically an inch wide, ooh, that would be perfect as keychains too. Y'all let me know if y'all want something with that. And Cheryl Lee, if you like this one more than the purple or the blue, I actually still have those on my table. Surprising. Which usually when someone asks me for something specific and I gather them together, I leave them on my table until the customer picks which one they want. But look. Alright, Cheryl, I know, Cheryl Lee, I'm tempting you more than more, but look. Multicolor, purple, or blue. Okay. That's it for the little mini fabric haul. I've been waiting on this. I ordered this probably, I want to say Tuesday-ish, maybe. Whenever June sent me a message, it might have been it might have been longer than that, honestly. I can't check it right now. But I think she was saying that there wasn't no huge rush. So, June, if that's what you were saying, sweets, let me know. Just message me. I'll get it. And y'all, forgive me if my eyes are swollen. Because yesterday, out there in the field on the backhoe, the wind was blowing so stinking hard that I couldn't see. It was getting dust all in my eyes. And even with my glasses on, it was very hard for me to, you know, clear my eyes out and see what I was doing. Because why did I put those back in there? Yeah, I'm a goofball. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. My light is dying. Sorry, I have a little supplemental light over here, and it's dying fast. But anyway, I'm going to put that up because I don't need that. But even after putting, and it died. Even after putting Visine in my eyes, I woke up this morning and they were swollen, like I'd spent the night crying or something, and I didn't. So I'm trying to remedy my light situation, y'all. I don't know if I have wind going on or what, or if my husband actually woke up. That is entirely possible. But anyway, it's almost like, you know how the grittiness of pollen gets in your eyes if you have allergies and whatnot. That's kind of what it's doing. But when I woke up this morning, and it wasn't gross, it wasn't matted shut or anything, but they were so swollen and still so gritty. So I flushed them out again with Visine. And it's frustrating because I do have safety glasses that I could wear out there. But I didn't expect it to be that windy. I mean, I knew it was windy, okay? My chimes was going crazy, but I'm sitting there. The wind is to my back. I'm working and the dust is flying away from me, so I'm able to deal with that. But the minute I go to back the backhoe up, I have to turn around and look behind me straight into the wind, which would be fine in a normal situation. But we are clearing land, so there's a lot of open dirt. And this wind, I mean, y'all, we have one of those little $50 Walmart 10 by 10 tent things, like a lot of people do for craft shows and stuff. We had one of those out there that I had gotten for my son for his work truck. Well, he didn't use it because he didn't exactly have room to put it on his work truck. So me and my daughter-in-law, we were using that out there in the field for sun protection and whatnot. Because, I mean, we are in the South and it is hot. Y'all, I cannot get over this. I'm just looking at these. I mean, I'm not crazy about the pink fabric, and thankfully I didn't get much of it. But these three, oh my gosh, I'm in love. Now, oh, that reminds me. You know what I'm gonna think about? Hold on, I'm gonna finish talking in a second. I looked at the 1 inch mark. I might have to make keychains of all three. Because y'all remember I said I can't do bags or totes all for me, right? But these three, I could make keychains and change them out. Speaking of changing things out, you know how I offered y'all to buy those spring fling bags? Well, nobody took me up on it, and I'm not salty about it. I'm not sore. I'm not irritated or anything. But the other day, I was wearing, I hijacked a shirt from my husband. It was a gift for him, and it's a coral peachy shirt that had Salt Life on it. Well, he said it was too small for him, and, you know, he's had it for about a year or two, but he never wore it because apparently it was given to him too small. Even with the weight loss, he says it's too small. So, because y'all, my husband's finally starting to gain weight again. He was dropping weight, and, you know, the doctors couldn't figure it out, but he did quit smoking. He is like 8 days now. maybe longer. I think it was 8 days without a cigarette. And so he is starting to eat a little bit more, thankfully. But anyway, sorry, squirrel moment. But the shirt couldn't fit him, so I wore it. And you know how I have my spring fling bag with the solid handle? Well, the nylon ropey stuff is coming off that handle, and until I figure out a way to secure it, because super glue works short term. But anyway, and I do need to throw it in the wash before I fix the handle, because it's a little grimy from last year's usage. But I was thinking, I don't really, because I've had my Georgia Bulldog mini spring fling that I've been carrying around. I showed that to y'all. And I was like, you know what? I think I have a coral mini spring fling. Oh, gosh. I should not be rubbing my eyes, y'all, but this feels so good. So I was like, you know what? Since I did offer it up for sale and nobody took me up on the mini spring fling bags, I'm gonna use it. So I changed out my purse. And I've got to say, I do prefer the spring fling mini bag myself, because I don't really carry much in my purse anymore. I used to have a big bag because I am my grandmother's granddaughter. She believed in a big old tote-sized purse. And for years I carried a big purse. But as I've gotten older, I have slimmed down about what I carry. I carry my brush, spare keys for my house and my son's house. I did find dental floss in there the other day, which is funny because with these crowns, I have to use a flosser thingy. Yeah, so I don't know what that was doing in there. My brush, my wallet, the floss, the spare set of keys, and a pen. That's pretty much all I carry. So I was tickled to grab one of my spring flings. But it would be perfect that I could, since I do interchange my purses, I think we all do, that I could interchange my keychains. So I might be making another series of keychains. And if y'all want some, let me know. I will put them up on the site, but I'll show y'all before I put them up. Because every one of these patterns would be beautiful as a keychain. And when I say keychain, I mean like a wristlet keychain. Like, I'm going to grab my chickens again because they're just the top one handy. But basically, it's just like that, you know. And I also use this to clip it to the ring if I'm carrying one of those purses. Now, my mini spring fling purses don't have that. So I'd have to get a big carabiner clip. But anyway, that might be my daughter-in-law coming in. We are due to get out in the field this morning. And then we are going, my husband and my grandson have a hair appointment this afternoon. So we're going to try to get as much backhoeing as we can this morning. And then get it, let me get my thoughts together. Hang on. It's coming back. Oh, okay. Before I go. So, since we've been doing this backhoe situation, my son, we've had all of both sons, my daughter-in-law and my grandson, eating up here pretty much every day. Kind of like a preview of what it's going to be when everybody's houses get built. And we were struggling on a day-to-day basis to figure out what we were going to do for dinner, because with my sons, they're at work all day. They come home 5:30. That's kind of late to be planning dinner. So we'll text them throughout the day, and me and my daughter-in-law's trying to coordinate to see what to do for dinner. This is a daily thing, and it's a struggle because if somebody says something that they want, which 9 times out of 10 they've been saying they don't know. They don't know. So it's up to me and my daughter-in-law to figure it out. Well, we got to do that. We've got to be out in the field, running the backhoe and back. The Kubota did go back. The tractor did go back, which I'm eternally grateful for my son's friend's dad for letting us use it. But it's kind of hard, because we're out there most of the day. She'll take a turn, and then I'll take a turn, and then, who's not doing it will be with my grandson, and then she's doing school with my grandson, and then I'm doing, orders or filming, or I was working on the cow blanket, but now it is done. Now I need to do my other one that wasn't part of the cow, that spurred the cow, the teal version. But anyway, and I've been filming, y'all will see that video probably Friday or Wednesday. I don't know. It depends on how fast I can get it filmed. But basically, I'm filming a vlog style of me working with my great nephew's blanket quilt. But anyway, so we're juggling a lot of things, right? And we told our men at the table the other night, we're like, okay, actually, me and my daughter-in-law has been talking about it. I used to do something when the boys were younger. I would have a menu, a weekly menu. And we would each get a day of what we wanted to eat. And then I would fill in the rest, Well, we have 6 people in 7 days. So I thought, let's everybody pick a day. Even my little 5-year-old grandson. And I met resistance at first. But I will say, there was a piece of paper on the refrigerator, and I wrote Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I started it off. I did quesadillas on Wednesday, which I have changed that because I did buy, when me and my daughter-in-law went to Sam's the other day, I bought a pork butt. So I'm going to do pulled pork in the crock pot. So I changed that for Wednesday. And then whatever we have left over, I can pop in the freezer. And then next week we can thaw it and have it for quesadilla meat. Because I like to give them a choice, between steak strips, which I do cheat. I do buy the pre-sauteed strips for fajitas, basically. So steak, chicken, or pork. And I do have some rotisserie chicken that I shredded and I popped in the freezer. Because, when we go to Sam's, we have to get a rotisserie chicken. Actually, we got 2 since it was, everybody eating. But anyway, before everybody left, and before I was like, okay, there was only 2 days missing. That is my younger twin didn't write his thing down, and my husband didn't write one down. I was like, okay, are y'all not going to do it? And they're like, well, the only thing we have is Saturday and Sunday. I'm like, well, that's the best days to pick something to eat. My older twin picked 2 days. He picked Monday and Thursday. He picked steak for one day and burgers and fries for the other day. And I thought, oh, that's great. Him or his dad can cook those days. I have no problem with that. So that works for me. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. This is probably, with it being such a mini haul, I knew it wouldn't be a super long video, but I do need to, if that was not my daughter-in-law, I want to film where I sewed these other two squares. And y'all will see that when the video actually comes out. I don't know exactly when I'll get those done, but it's kind of like a vloggy type thing that I'm doing concurrently with all the other videos. So the video that you see pertaining to that little baby quilt may be over the span of 5-6 days. Who knows? It's just whenever I get a minute, I'll film, and then it's kind of an experiment. But anyway, I hope you have a great Wednesday, or whenever you're watching this, you know. If you are watching it on Wednesday, you're halfway through the week, so celebrate. It's not as big of a celebration as it is on a Friday, but it's, you know, you're halfway through your work week. Well, that is if you work Monday through Friday. Yeah, you're halfway through your work week. I work 7 days, so I'm not halfway. I'm not going to be halfway on Wednesday, but that's okay. If you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. Well, I've worked plenty of days in my life, but now I'm doing what I love. So yes, I do work 7 days a week on different things, but it's still fun. I still enjoy myself. So do that. Enjoy your day. Find one little bitty spark of joy or one little bitty nugget of happiness and hold on to it. Okay? Because sometimes you just need those in store in your memory banks to pull out and, you know, brighten your day if it's just not going well. So I will see you in Friday's video. I hope you have a great one. Until then, take care. Bye.